All good things must come to an end as Alabama loses at Georgia 98-88, and the winning streak is over. Alabama had not lost in a month and was on an 8-game winning streak, but March rolls in and Alabama loses its first game in March. Alabama was just out of gas, in my opinion, after the 8-game winning streak and then having the quick turnaround after the big win on the road on Saturday at Knoxville to then have to go back on the road and play a Tuesday night game, and Alabama just didn't have it. Bama loses its first game in the month, but it's time to reset, start a new winning streak on Saturday against Auburn, and put this road loss in the rearview mirror. Welcome to another episode of the Bamateur Hour podcast. I'm Bama John. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026 in the year of our Lord. Thank you for tuning in. We now have over 8,800 subscribers to the YouTube channel, growing, heading to 10,000 and beyond. The Ides of March are here. March Madness is upon us, but Alabama loses its first game in the month and loses its first game in March. Alabama is playing for seeding, and this loss hurts Bama's chances to get a 3 seed. They can still get a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, but they got to start winning again, and that starts with beating Auburn on Saturday, and then going from there and getting some wins in the SEC tournament, trying to get to the finals, and then seeing if they can get a 3 seed. Alabama is now 22-8 overall. They're 12-5 in the SEC after losing at Georgia by 10 points on the road, 98-88. The Bulldogs led for nearly the entire contest, fueled by a standout performance from transfer Kanon Catchings, who scored a career-high 32 points. Kanon Catchings is from the great Catchings line. His grandfather, Harvey Catchings, was a longtime NBA player, a really good basketball player. His aunts were both college basketball players, with his aunt Tamika Catchings being an all-time great player who played at the University of Tennessee and won a lot of national championships in college there. And Kanon is continuing in that family tradition as he torched Alabama, and Alabama just didn't have any answers to stop him as he leads Georgia to victory. Georgia used a 12-0 run midway through the first half to get a double-digit lead, and after that, they never surrendered the lead as Georgia led by 7, 50-43 at half, and then they're able to keep the lead and extend it to 10 by the end of the game. While Alabama attempted several second-half rallies, and they got the lead down to 5 points at one stage, they were never able to get over the hurdle, get over the hump like they did at Tennessee, and pull out the victory. And they just weren't able to do it. They were out of gas. They were tired. It's hard to get an 8-game winning streak in the SEC, and this winning streak's over, but now it's time to put this behind us and for Alabama to come home, beat Auburn on Saturday, close out the regular season with the win, then go in the SEC tournament and get some wins. Individual performances, Kanon Catchings led Georgia with 32 points. He shot 12 from 20 from the floor. He made 7 of 13 from three-point land as he just torched Alabama. Philon had 26 points and 4 three-pointers, but it wasn't enough. Blue Cain for Georgia had 16 points, and that's got him now 1 point shy of 1,000 points in his Georgia career. Latrell Wrightsell had 19 points and 5 rebounds, but again, it wasn't enough. This victory really solidified Georgia's chances to get an NCAA berth. Good quad one win for Georgia. Alabama, as we said earlier, they now fall to 22-8. The 8-game winning streak is over. They're 12-5 in the SEC. They're still in second place in the SEC, but if they want to get the 2 seed in the SEC tournament, if they want to be in good shape to potentially get a 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, they got to beat Auburn on Saturday. That's a must win at home if they want to do that. Alabama does not want to be a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, so they need to come home, beat Auburn, and then get into the SEC tournament and get some wins. All right, stars of the game for Alabama. Labaron Philon was the best player for Alabama. He had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 1 turnover. Latrell Wrightsell had a notable performance. He had 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and only 1 turnover. Aiden Holloway also had a noteworthy game. He had 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 1 turnover. And Aiden Sherrill had a modest effort with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and 2 turnovers. But unfortunately, we really got nothing else out of any of our other players. If we're going to win this game, we needed to get more out of Amari Allen. We need to get more out of London Jemison. We got nothing out of Houston Millette. We didn't get anything out of Williamson. Bethea really didn't even play. So basically, only the 4 main players that Alabama counts on, our 3-star guards and Aiden Sherrill, gave us any real contributions tonight, and the rest of the guys really no-showed and didn't do enough. Bama, highlight of the game is Bama had 4 players scoring double figures, led by Philon's 26 points. The issues of the game were out-rebounded and outplayed by Georgia in the post. Once again, that's a problem with Alabama. They're getting outplayed and they're getting out-rebounded, as the post play is just not good enough to allow Alabama to be in contention to win an NCAA championship. Could Alabama make the Elite Eight? Could they get lucky and make the Final Four? Maybe, but they just don't have enough in the front court, enough athleticism, enough height, enough scoring prowess, enough rebounding prowess, just enough physicality in the front court to be an elite team that can win the national championship. But again, I still think they can make an Elite Eight. I think they, if they got hot, could somehow get into the Final Four, but that's really the ceiling of this team. Should be a Sweet 16 team at a minimum. But again, they got to come out and play. A game like tonight gives you doubts. All right, let's talk about the other issues in the game. They were just out-physicaled for much of the game by a bigger, taller, stronger Georgia team. And also, Bama was out of gas after the quick turnaround after the win out of Knoxville. This 8-game win streak, this 8-game streak that went on for the last month, it's taken a lot of Alabama, and they were just tired. They need to get rested. They need to recoup and then be ready to go on Saturday. And then finally, just too much Kanon Catchings, as Alabama just couldn't slow them down. They didn't do enough. They really should have focused the defense on shutting him out, making somebody else beat him, but they didn't. Hats off to Kanon Catchings, heck of a player, heck of a game, and Bama just didn't do enough to slow him down and to allow Alabama to stay in this game. He just beat us. So let's talk about the stats now. Alabama made 16 threes in the game, while Georgia made 13, but Bama only shot 38% from 3, while Georgia made 45%. So even though Georgia made 3 less 3-pointers than Alabama, they shot the ball much more efficiently, and as they outscore Alabama and win by 10. Alabama made 22 free throws to just 15 for Georgia. Alabama had 10 turnovers while Georgia had 14, but Alabama got out-rebounded by Georgia 40-30. Once again, getting beat in the paint, getting beat on the boards. Georgia scored 40 points in the paint to just 18 for Alabama. And that's really the story of the game, is Georgia out rebounded Alabama, and they bullied us in the paint. Georgia also got 21 points off of turnovers to just 15 for Alabama. Even though Alabama only had 10 turnovers, Georgia capitalized on those, went the other way, and made the most of those turnovers. So Alabama needs to take really good care of the ball. We have such good guards. You just can't have these careless turnovers that the other team's able to take the other way and get a score. Georgia also shot 53% from the field, while Alabama shot just 39%. So when you get out-rebounded and the other team outshoots you as well, it's a recipe to loss, and Alabama takes a 10-point loss on the road. Bama is currently slotted for a 4 seed in the NCAA tournament, but they're still set up to get a 3 seed. If Alabama can beat Auburn and then get to the finals of the SEC tournament, they should be in good shape to be a 3 seed. But again, they got to do it. They got to earn it on the court. If they kind of lose their steam, lose to Auburn, don't do well in the SEC tournament, they're going to end up as a 4 seed or a 5 seed, and that is not where we want to be in the SEC tournament. Next up, Alabama returns home to face Auburn on Saturday, March 7th to conclude the regular season. Alabama needs to beat Auburn. As we said, if they want to get second place in the SEC, and if they want to keep building their resume so they have a good chance to get a 3 seed, got to beat Auburn. 8-game winning streak's over. Gone a month without losing, but they started out March with a loss. Time to bounce back and get a win over Auburn and start another winning streak. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, follow, like, hit the notify button, hit the notify bell wherever you access the podcast, wherever you stream us. God bless and roll tide.